Maverick 100.9, Aggie Lands Country Alternative. It's Corliss, and I get to catch up with Jeff Grossman of Saints 11 again, which just makes me all sorts of giddy. Jeff, I love you to death after the last time we got to talk.
Oh, thank you, man. It's good to be back on your show. I miss you guys.
Well,
How's it going?
One of these days, I'm gonna come see you. You haven't made it here, and I haven't made it there. It's as simple as that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, now that the world's starting to open back up a little bit, shows are starting to pick back up. So we'll get down there eventually, hopefully soon.
Yeah. Well, and congratulations on your last single, My Home Is, which played here on Maverick. Thanks. It was one of my favorite tunes, and I assume that feels pretty good. New radio single, new tour, everything's really coming together.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, the touring scene is slowly coming back to normal. I mean, it's just weird, especially outside of Texas. It's still kind of northern states. It's still a little weird, but I'm just happy to be back on the road. To be honest with you, I don't really care if there's shields on the tables and masks on people's faces.
Right. As long as we're sharing music and all these things that we love, like it's all good. It's weird, but it's good.
Yeah. It is weird. I mean, I'm. You don't realize how much you miss it. Like when it first happened, I was like, oh, okay, we get to
get a little break.
Yeah, let's take a little break. And then, after about a month or two of that, it's like, it's time to start playing again. And then after a year of not playing, you're like, man, what are we doing? Should we even be doing this anymore? It can get depressing for a musician when you're not working for a whole year. But we decided to keep trucking along, and we started writing new music. And in fact, that's where we are now. I'm in the van now. We're doing some pre-production for the new record. I got 7 songs complete. I'm almost finished with the other 3. So we're working on a next full record.
I am so excited for this. I mean, I'm fangirling. I'm genuinely because I'm ready for it. But luckily for us, we get a little taste of something new early. You've now got a brand new radio single out called This Town. So tell me about this little ditty.
This is of course, most of my songs are about real life stuff. But anyway, this is about young love gone south. When you're a teenage boy and you get your heart broken with, you just want to forget about it. You get a little bit of anger, but anyway, this is basically about a song about a girl that broke up with me. And then, of course, you always had to drive through that same town all the time, and drive by her parents' house and all that kind of crap. So it's like, man, I just want to burn this town down, forget about this girl that broke my heart. And anyway, I just came up with it.
I love heartbreak. I love it. I love it almost as much as love.
Yeah, it's more like a, it's a heartbreak song, but it's like, I'll get over it. We'll just burn the town down and forget about it. This is one of, I really like this song on the new record. It's a little bit country and rock in the same song. So it's different.
I love it. Well, we got to debut it to everybody. Hear this different sound from Saints 11. It is This Town on Maverick 100.9.
Every time I roll through this town, I go outside of my way. I drive by that place where we first met. Don't look like much has changed. A few more folks is all. Man, we sure thought that those were the days. Wanna burn it down. Take it down to the ground and start all over. Sit here and watch it flame till I get sober. Don't mean nobody Man, he wore my ass out. That little old diner on the square, Lord, that was heaven. And that rundown one-room apartment made us feel grown up. We bit off more than we could chew. You made that house into a home, yeah. Wanna burn it down. Take it down to the ground and start all over. Sit here and watch an old flame till I get sober. Don't mean nobody any harm when it all goes down. Take my advice, my friend, and leave this town. I knew I should let this thing go, move right along with my life. Forget about that time when you broke my heart.
You just heard it here first. That was This Town by Saints 11. I got Jeff Grossman on with me, and your creative juices are just flowing. Got a new single out to radio. You are literally, as I'm talking to you, in production of a new album. And I know you did a lot of writing. What's the production process on this new album? Is that something that you're really heavily involved in?
Well, I mean, we're just doing pre-production right now, just kind of structuring the songs, getting them ready to go in the studio, so we're not wasting a lot of time and money trying to figure the song structure out in the studio. But this will be the first time that I've ever co-written and did some. Well, I actually did some covers on the last record, but yeah, I'm doing a couple covers, bluegrass version of a gospel, a modern gospel song. I'm excited about this record. It's the same. We're going to the same place that we just did This Town in, same studio, producer, and all that. Which is, I think, it's probably produced one of our best sounding records. I mean, I still like all the old records, but I think our last record has been my favorite production wise, and songwriting. I always feel like I'm growing as a songwriter, and I always strive to be a better songwriter because I don't know, you always
because you have to.
Yeah, you want to be always grow and be better. But I'm just excited about this one. I don't know. I'm just glad to be still working.
Yes.
If I can't be on the road as much as I want to be, I at least want to be recording at least. I mean, and it's time. This will be the last. This Town will be the last single off this current record. So it's time for new music. So hopefully we'll have something out by first part of 20. I don't even know what year it is anymore. 2022.
I love watching. So to people who don't know, I'm on Zoom with Jeff, and you're back and forth of, yep, this is a weird thing, and yep, this is a good thing. And this is growth. This was a setback, but I turned it into growth. And I love watching your brain work like that, because you can, when you look at you can see the music working. It's so cool to me.
I don't know if it's smarts or stupidity. It's just trying to find the right words so I don't sound dumb.
You do not. I'm totally feeling what you're putting down, and we're really, like I said, we're excited for the new music and definitely the hard work and those tribulations that you're clearly going through, because any pain that you guys suffered in this past year, or really any at all, you're going to turn it into something that we can consume and love and be featured forever.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm just glad that I was able to finish these songs, because I have such ADD, man. And
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's a beating for me to write a song. If it doesn't come to me, there's been a handful of songs that have really come to me when I sat down and had an idea. It just, most of it just, it just flowed. And I was able to complete that song finish that song in about 30 minutes. And then there's some other ones where I'll write one line and like, God dang, I'm a genius. I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
Until I come up for the second line and I'm like, God, I'm a moron. What are you even doing writing songs? So it takes me a little while because the first line I thought was so cool. Then I try to finish it and I'm like, God, you're so dumb. So it takes me a little bit because I really like that first paragraph. And I was like, man, this song's got really good potential if I could just finish the thing,
Yeah.
So anyway,
you kind of opening up about that is probably a good testament to anybody listening to the music that you hear us play on Maverick. We tell you time and time again, these are independent artists. They literally spend their own money to make music for you. And, but it is really tough work. It is hard work and it is not easy to get these songs out.
It's a beating. I mean, I love it, but if there's young artists listening now, I mean, you got to really, there's a whole business side of this. It's stressful, but it's worth it to me. I mean,
it is. Well, it's the mind of a creative person. A lot of people would say that musicians, any kind of entertainer, even radio, we often suffer from what would be considered a mental illness. So if you do not let that brain, that makes it sound nasty, but it's really not. It's just if you don't let that brain create and do what it is actually meant to do, that's when your actual dangerous mental illness starts to suffer. Yeah. So although it is hard work, it is grueling, you take a beating, you do all these things, you still have to do it because it's also your biggest joy.
Yeah. That's true. That's, man, that's good. You ought to put that on a coffee cup.
Well, that didn't come from, I actually went to like a thing with a therapist.
I bought it.
It was pointed out to me that, hello, Corliss, you're mentally ill. Welcome to the world of entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anybody really needs, whether you're fishing or working out or hunting or whatever, you got to have an outlet.
You do.
But to us and many others like us, it's a job. It's a way we make a living. I mean, so it's even super hard on us because we're not only taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of our band members and their families, make sure they're paid.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah, and you're right. Writing those songs is such a great release. That is. I've been accused of writing angry songs and not happy songs. Sometimes, but I mean, like, good Lord.
That's fine. There's angry people in the world that need to hear angry songs.
Yeah, not everything's unicorns and rainbows, my friend. There's, life's a beating. And I don't know. I feel like if I sing about it or tell about it, somebody's gone through the same thing.
100%.
We're all pretty much the same people, no matter what race, color, religion we are, we're all pretty much the same people. We're all going through the same stuff, man.
Yeah.
So
just got to open either your mind, your ears, or your heart. Listen to that when it's coming out of other people. That's why we connect to music. That's why music is, it's not made for one person. It's made for an abundance of people because abundance of people are the same.
Right. It doesn't judge. It's just the same story that somebody else has gone through.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly, but we've all gone through this similar situations, man. It's just life.
Good Lord, talking to you makes me so happy. I feel like I worked through some things today.
Yeah, this is music therapy, man.
Music therapy, a Maverick.